Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
From the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, this 12 January 2023 in the year of the dumpster fire. Man, all this fucking news is breaking and it's not a Sergeant's Time discussion. Sucks. That's okay. I know Kaz and Pookie for Friday Night Freedom are gonna talk all the scandals of what's going on. Man, yeah. God, I think it's just, It's just delicious. It's like chef's kiss. Mwah. Seeing all this happening in the news. I kind of love it. I kind of like it. I'm here for that shit. That's what I'm talking about. I can't wait to see what Pookie and Kaz are going to talk tomorrow for Friday Night Freedom. So, what y'all think of the fucking sports bar and the smoke pit, man? Woo, buddy. Congratulations to all the new hosts. Well, actually, they have always been there, but they've just been enduring a rigorous training program. But shout out to freaking Radar and TZ and King and Coach and on their shows. Really good, really good premieres there. I thought it was pretty cool. It was really interesting to see the dynamic, a different format, to see a smoke pit version and then see a sports bar version. And I was eating wings and on the sports bar stuff and just enjoying the show. All the sports staff, sports staff, all the sports drama, I guess you'd say, stats, I should say. But yeah, and then the FAA, yeah. See, Pookie and Kaz are gonna have some outstanding discussions. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks to the FAA with their antiquated system of flight dispatch and NOTAMs and stuff. I can't wait to see how that all is kicking up. But anyways, so anywho, hope y'all doing good. I got some ranting to do, man. I'm kind of, how do I say this? It's okay. When there was time to roll out the ACFT, we were all over the place when it came to that shit. Commanders, and then of course, the vax hit, the pandemic hit and the lockdowns happened and all that. I'm kind of seeing stuff that's happening with parental leave as well. And I'm seeing the stuff with how the vax mandate and not volunteer, whatever. Are we fucking up? What the fuck's going on? I don't think, I always like to go back and forth with some of my other, active duty and veteran friends, and they talk about, stuff that's being, I'm not seeing any wokeness. I'm seeing incompetence is what I'm seeing. Let's and of course, the scandal that's going on Fort Bragg with the 3rd Special Forces Group. Up-teen number of personnel that have been busted, involved in a coke smuggling ring. Parental leave is being drugged because individuals don't agree with it. That's right, Pookie. That's right. So I just kind of, no one can bring, nobody, I don't want to hear the woke shit. The woke shit's, every time I hear, the reason why that's happening is because of woke. No. I honestly think there's incompetence. I honestly think that, like I said before, the Navy will fucking relieve an entire command on a boat for going slow out of a fucking port or bumping into another boat or running aground, right? They just leave. Lost confidence, right? What's up, Musa? I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing anything about it being woke. No one has really have been able to describe what woke even means. And when it comes to the military or when it comes to being in the army, no one has been able to, hey, this is what woke means. This is why. I mean, no one can ever give me a definitive answer. Do I think that the army's oversensitive and knee jerk? Yes, definitely. But the woke stuff, I don't know what that. No one can pin down to me what it means when it comes to being, quote unquote, of the raven, the woketh. I don't know what it is. It's bad enough I got China, the people, the communist, the Chinese Communist Party fucking reporting me to Twitter and shit for shit posting memes on them. And they got butthurt. Cried to fucking Twitter saying that I hurt their feelings because I said West Taiwan. And Taiwan is a country. Being woke, was that? Patrick says that being woke in the army is grounds for insubordination. I don't know what that means. Again, no one can define to me what woke is. I don't get it. But I'll probably interject and weave this. Tell me what woke means. Tell me what this means. as I discuss some of the stuff, we're just going to jump right into it, man. We got freaking, if you guys know already, your leaders have probably not told you, or if they have, then congrats. I'm glad they told you. Have discussed about the new vax mandate or non-mandate, I guess you would say, non-mandate. You know, West Taiwan is asshole. I'm probably in deep. Yeah, you're gonna get reported there, Pookie. You're gonna get reported for making fun of the fucking Z. Yeah. Here, okay. Well, here's what. Here, matter of fact, I will go to the Twitters, and I will show you guys and gals what they breaking news. I guess Priscilla Presley is in the hospital, cardiac arrest. Yeah. Okay. That sucks. So, Zhang Maifang, who is a Chinese government official in Belfast, former consul to general in New York City. I tweeted out a meme about freaking West Taiwan, and here's the meme. I'll do it again, only because I continuously want to troll fucking the CCP. So I tweeted that meme to her. And tried this one on for size. She was shit talking about how Taiwan this and Taiwan that, and the U.S. can't handle this and the U.S. can't handle that. So here you go. Here is a meme. Take it. Well then, the next thing you know, I got a weird I got a weird mess. My Twitter was acting all weird. And then right here, Twitter is required by German law to provide notice to users who have reported people from Germany via the Network Enforcement Act. We've received a complaint about your content. And that's me tweeting to Mai Fang Zhang. That I tweeted that meme. I didn't know I was under German law, under jurisdiction just for me traveling or setting up a VPN or what. Why are you coming at me? Why are you coming at me? And that was the meme. So I responded and even tagged her in a tweet saying, fuck off, Z. Tell your proxies the memes will continue. Taiwan is a country. Hashtag. I don't get it. Yeah, watch Tropic Thunder. Yeah, exactly. It'll explain the Chinese cinema. Yeah, really, right? Yeah, no doubt. Anyways, so I got the drama from that, and then I continued I continue the trolling process against the CCP, and I'm probably gonna get some cry wah on this one, and of course all the freaking Chinese simps, Chinese government simps, and CCP simps were freaking, yeah, you can't do that. So I posted, hey, when they see the fire means on my timeline, that's who's reacting. Because come on, Z, it's funny, right? You think my memes are funny? Fucking cried to Twitter. Give me a fucking break. At any rate, so what was I saying? What were we talking about before we went on to that discussion about the memes? Yeah, exactly. Fuck off, Z. All right, Xi Jinping. Yeah, exactly. That's the one I'm talking about. So the COVID mandate, the military COVID vaccine mandate is finally over. There's been some message traffic that we broke last week, along with other details that have been proven and accompanied by supporting media like the reporters of the Military Times, Army Times, Task and Purpose have confirmed a lot of the stuff that yours truly, discussing for Sergeant's time. Breaking out some information there. So currently it's out. The Rona is over. Now, everyone, of course, sticking to their virtues. I'll say it. They're sticking to their fucking virtues. They want to have this, it's only volunteer. We just won't make them deployable. We just won't make them this. We just won't make them that. There's some countries that we don't do this. Blah, 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 blah. So here is the letter from the SecDef. Deeply proud of the department's work to combat coronavirus 2019, Through your leadership, we improve the health and our service members and the readiness of the force. Does it have any Southern Pines disco biscuits? Oh, we're going to talk about that in a minute, man. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're talking about that. Yeah, Rona is over? Yeah, exactly. Supposedly. So on December 23rd, 2022, the NDA was enacted, and it requires and this is the SecDef saying, requires me to rescind the mandate that members of the armed forces be vaccinated against COVID-19 in the issue of August 24, 2021 memorandum, blah, 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 mandatory coronavirus, blah, 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 blah. I hereby rescind the memorandum. I hereby also rescind my memorandum 30 November 2021 coronavirus disease 2019 vaccination for members of the active duty national guard. So look, everybody, when it was voluntary, everyone, of course, through their fucking drama, when it became exempt, when it came to all this other stuff, everyone was crying or whatever, or using their own virtue when it came to hey, look, if the order comes out, just shut the fuck up and just take the order. Just like when it was mandatory, or when it wasn't mandatory. When it was voluntary, whatever. You can't fucking do anything about it. Stop fucking crying. It's voluntary. When it became mandatory, okay, gotcha, it's mandatory. And there were specific processes that individuals needed to do to get exempt, which a lot of people were kicking and screaming not to do them. I'll say it. There's a lot of people that were like just riding on that shit. Religious liberty is now religious liberty is a foundational principle of enduring importance in America, of course. Now it is. Before, when people were submitting their documents for it, it wasn't. They were mocked. They were given a bunch of shit for exercising those exemptions that they were authorized to exercise. For service members, administratively discharged. Oh shit, I forgot to tell you, I have the phone lines open, by the way. So if you want to fucking call and shoot the shit, you can, and interject on how you feel about. I would prefer if you were in. We won't disclose your name, or I'll just say, hey, caller, whatever. Kind of exactly that, kind of like the whole anthrax ordeal. The letter also states that for service members administered discharge, for the sole basis of that the service member failed to obey the order to receive the vaccine, the department is precluded by law from awarding a characterization other than honorable conditions discharge. So there you go. Individuals were fucking like, they didn't violate orders. Look at this. Other individuals are saying, oh, this is just skating. Now individuals are going to take it voluntary, blah, blah, blah. Hey, look. As always, of course, we supported when it was mandatory. We supported it when it was voluntary. And we support it now that it's not required. A lot of people are just... Now, I'm sorry. If you feel like the soldiers are going to be rubbing it in your face, well, there you go. That's what you get. That's what you get for rubbing it in their face. Kind of like some little poetic justice. This is not a plug, what I'm about ready to do right now. This is not an endorsement, but I'm just going to say that me and Baby Ice enjoyed some burgers tonight. So, and praise Odin. Sorry, there you go. So, all hail, raise hell, praise Dale. What was it? Wait, raise hell. Wait. Praise hell, raise Dale. Is that what it is? I get it all confused. But you know, that's a good question, Patrick. You know what? Be careful. Don't do that, dude. Don't do it. Oh, sorry. That meme just popped back up again. My bad. Let me just change that. Yeah, exactly. I would not be surprised. That leaders will say you'll get a 4-day pass if you get the vax. Well, it's voluntary. Again, I like how that letter says, oh, this is something that we believe in religious freedom for all this stuff. How about you explain to all those service members that tried to exercise that religious freedom and those religious exemptions by not getting fucked with by their chains of command? That's what I saw. Again, of course, guys, sergeants, leaders, senior leaders, I'm telling the Joes right now, I'm telling the Joes in the smoke pit, go on Twitter and see what your leaders are saying. Guarantee it. It's a whole lot different than that people's first crap, or this is my squad crap that you see they blabbing about information about taking care of soldiers. You ain't going to see it on fucking Twitter. There are some leaders out there that do practice what they preach. I'll get a fucking phone call and say, hey, Hey, check this out. This was happening. Blah, 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 blah. Cool, cool. All right, cool. That's pretty cool. All right, thanks. Appreciate the heads up. There you go. So I don't know. Do I want to say I want to sit back and watch this like, the sun, dumpster fire, train wrecks, and cleavage? You just want to see it, but you just can't help looking. You reap what you sow. If you ragged on your soldiers, talking all this shit, saying you should have taken the vax, and now that's not mandatory, and if the soldiers walk around going, I don't have to take the vax, don't get the ass. That's on you, Sarence. Oh man, I like watching the back and forth. I honestly, like I said, we don't understand how come the enlistment is the enlistments are so down. Oh, we don't understand how come nobody's staying in. Did you know that we didn't even meet mission? We're not like short, right? Did you know that the requirement just I don't know about a year? You no longer have to have a full degree to go to OCS now. Doesn't that tell you something? I love it. All those virtue signal motherfuckers that like to post all that shit talked about and I'm using this is a sub tweet, I guess you say, or a subtext. I'm passively aggressively calling somebody out. They don't follow me on Twitter, they block me on Twitter, so we're not going to hear it unless somebody tells it to them, so it doesn't matter. My freedoms. Yeah, it was freedoms. I would like to know how many leaders skated on taking the vax and used the rank to bail them out. I will say this, that there are some individuals that waited until final decision to take the vax. And timing was just right. They ended up not taking it. There were some zealots out there, though, that really wanted to freaking push it. Made their soldiers go just to triple double check, making sure you get the booster, make sure blah, 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 blah. Well, now you're not thinking anymore. Now it's a choice. Now, of course, the ones that are butthurt about the choice or not being mandatory will probably say, you can't go to this country, so you're non-deployable. They will find a way. Trust me. They will find a way. They will find a way. Because then if you say, oh, you're not deployable, that's like another end around to say, we can't deploy you, so you got to go. I know personally of individuals, and you talk about the rank thing there, Pip. Nah, I'm not gonna take the vax, or I'm not gonna do that of that rank, of said senior ranking stuff. But you goddamn best believe they were prosecuting that soldier for a DUI or relieving them for fucking whatever. Following orders, right? Following orders. So fucking hypocritical, man. God, man. I didn't come on tonight to bash the Army. I love the Army. Just like I hate the Army. Does that make sense? Like I loved the Army. The Army, the institution in itself, is awesome. It is the people right now. Like I said before at the beginning of the show, I don't think it's being woke. I don't think it has anything to do. I think it's incompetence. That the fear of losing your career by saying something fucking wrong, because it's going to go on Twitter, social media, it's going to go on Instagram, that leaders are just not going to say, hey, fuck it, it's not going to go up, whatever. I engage more leaders when we post shit on the main page. They're not woke. Hey, what's the status of this? What's that? Recently, there was a report of an active shooter on Fort Carson. Immediately, I want to thank the chain of command and the team at 4th Infantry Division for engaging with me on this. Not only did they engage with me on it, immediately asked if I could call them, or somebody from you know me, I'll give them a call. Shit, yeah. There's a report of an active shooter. Let's do it. Turns out there was a kid fucking around with a BB gun. Don't fuck around with a BB gun, dude. Trying to shoot some people or some shit. So there was immediate. What's up, Corey? There was an immediate frantic notifications and messages from the chain of command, from the division leadership, the division public affairs office. Asked that we call. Okay, I can call him, so I called him. Spoke with the division, discussed the status. Real quick update within minutes. Within minutes. Kind of chuckled at the fact that it was a BB gun. But then again, like I said, they were active about it. They were sitting there shit talking behind a fucking keyboard going, fuck this, fuck the main page, fuck that. Nah, didn't happen. So again, I applaud. Salute. Chef's kiss, whatever you want to call it. Pat in the back. Thanks to that division command team for reaching out to us. We updated the post and that was it. No harm, no foul. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the way it's supposed to work. Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the kilo elephant in the room. Let's talk about the blow. Possible human trafficking. 3rd Special Forces Group, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Involving every command in RSOF. 1st Special Forces Command. 3rd. SWIC. Even spicy soft. Even the spicy ones. They were involved as well. Pretty fucking crazy. Pretty crazy. I like to think that if you say you're the best and you're saying you're this and you like to shit talk other tribes, they like to take shit talk about PSYOP and CA and how the regular army is this, the regular army that, you best not fuck up and do the same shit. Yeah, exactly. Southern Pines, North Carolina is the new Fayetteville. I'll be honest with you, man. Last time I was in Fayetteville recently, it was pretty fucking nice. It's all getting rebuilt and redone. Hay Street's getting looking all good. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this? So pie? You're right. That's what the locals call it. That's how you know you're in, because if you when people's like, when you say you're from one place, and if you say it wrong, you say it all fucked up, then they know you're not from out of town. Like, I'll admit it. I'll admit this. I was corrected immediately when I was in Kansas and I said Topeka. Fuck, I didn't know. I'm not fucking there. So I was corrected. That's how they knew I was an outsider. That's why I didn't belong. Is it time to look at all the groups? You know what? I'll be honest with you. Streets are saying right now, yes, all the groups are getting the talking to. They're getting to talk to about ensuring that you have the right people. UPL. Where's my battle buddy? I know, man. I know. I don't have a battle buddy anymore. Well, I temporarily don't have a battle buddy because Spanky's doing Spanky things. She's got, she's teaching the America's new youth, and the future of America. So I think it's funny again, like that go back in this topic right here. I think it's pretty fucking funny that, again, if you talk about being the best, you talk about everyone else being shitbags. You're talking about GPF Army, Gen Pop Army. How this, that, and this, and the other. Get your shit straight. Don't be selling. Don't be using. Don't be trafficking in underage girls either. I think it needs to clean up. Just needs to be cleaned up. Everyone likes to have the discussion how RSOF specifically is getting too big. First Special Forces Command is a division-sized headquarters that has 11 BCT equivalent HQs. RSOF was never supposed to be that big. It's always supposed to be small. Support clandestine operations, unconventional warfare, psychological operations, civil affairs. It's just supposed to be small. It's not supposed to be big. So I had to address before that if you're going to have big division issues, it's going to be a bigger spotlight because it's such a small community. So I just think that when again, I keep going back to this. If you're going to fucking talk shit, if you are going to talk shit about how big army is this and big army is that, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. So I don't know if you guys saw the story posted on WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. And of course, I don't know if you saw the memes that you saw on the main page about Third Group. Now, look, the last time there was a big Coke scandal, it was 7 Special Forces Group, not 3rd Special Forces Group. And then before that, before the 3rd Special Forces Group, there was the SVAB out of fucking Fort Benning. I mean, when you kind of think about it, it looks like the SVAB got taken care of a little bit better because all they had was an Army article and a Colombian general saying, please don't do no Coke. Please don't do no drugs. Please don't do that. Look, we know you guys like banging hookers and blow, right? But you know what? Please don't do that. Looking at you, SVAB, down at Fort Benning. What was I saying? Yeah, so... yeah, exactly. That is Benning for you. So currently right now is that and this is from an article. What a fabulous day. What is a fabulous day for SVAB? Even SVAB and SF are not pointing at each other trying to be like SVAB. You ever see that old anti-drug commercial? SVAB is like, Special Forces is telling SVAB, where'd you learn to do this? And SVAB says, I learned it from watching you. So, January 5th, arrests began, culminating in a 100% recall of accountability formation for 1st Battalion, 3rd Special Forces Group. It's unknown until the investigation of the drug and human trafficking part, but it's known that the FBI has become involved. And it's also trying to connect the deaths of Timothy Dumas and Delta Force operator Billy Levine, who were both found shot to death in 2020 in a training area. Drugs is bad and kind. You shouldn't do drugs in South anyway, so it's bad. It's bad, exactly. So the arrest began with investigations receiving more evidence after an undercover law enforcement officer posing as an underage girl helped arrest a member of 1st Battalion back in December. So this happened back in December, remember? Remember that one picture of that guy that I posted last time? That SF dude that got fucking, I can't remember his name, that I posted up there. So, the dude's been known to in the community, throughout for being a bouncer at this place. What's this place called? Pat, you know what I'm talking about, Pat? I see you in the chats. At a bar in Southern Pines, frequented by the Special Forces community. So it's alleged that this dude, O'Donnell's, that's what it is. I was wondering, O'Houlihan's or whatever. Yeah, O'Donnell's, that's what it is. Good old days, right, Pat? Man, that was some shady shit that went on in that place. But you knew, but you didn't. Didn't want to ask, but you're like, that's kind of shady. Irish pub, yeah, exactly. So the Green Beret is alleged to have been pimping underage girls there. The flaming mug, nah. No, it's not. To Special Forces community at drug-fueled parties in Southern Pines. Now, here's an excuse that was reported to from Jack Murphy in one of his articles that you saw posted on WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. This is what a fucking SF dumbass said. This is what happens when there's no war, no direction, and an 18-month red cycle with no mission. What the fuck? So dudes are fucking around with young kids and the craziest drugs. All these lives ruined because people are just bored. Did you really just fucking say that? I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been to a deployment. I don't recall fucking doing some crazy shit like that. Just saying that I would, now that I'm retired, get involved in some illicit narcotic activity. I don't know. I got a little one to look out for, so I can't be doing that shit. Exactly that, Pat. They were allowed to be cowboys way too fucking long. When the individual rolled on his accomplices or law enforcement ripped into the data from his cell phone, it quickly led to the arrest of the Green Beret involved in drug trafficking in 1st Battalion, 3rd SF. Additional information from the suspects in hand, CID and the military police set up one of the main bottlenecks entering and exiting Fort Bragg, the long street gate between this post and Southern Pines. If you guys know that, you can't escape it. You just can't go. Another SF dude said, it was a trail of tears and douchebag cars. Who witnessed the scene last week while each soldier stopped for questioning had their car parked along the street. One of those who stopped at the gate was a member of the Army's elite counterterrorism unit called Delta Force, who had recently picked up by the unit. He just got signed there. And a physician's assistant assigned to 3rd Special Forces Group was also questioned. The dragnet led to the questioning of 15 service members in total regarding drug-related allegations spread across various Special Operations Command on Fort Bragg. If you had a command under USASOC, each one was affected. How about that? That's what they're not being too specific about. Every single command under the United States Army Special Operations Command was affected. Mike Burns said in a comment, the Army Special Operations Command is aware of the allegations of the drug involvement from the soldiers assigned to USASOC units on Fort Bragg. We take his allegations seriously and are fully cooperating with the Criminal Investigation Service. CID is ongoing and will be inappropriate to discuss the status of the investigation. All soldiers have the right to due process, including the presumption of innocence under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Okay, now let's talk about how the smoke pit works. Isn't it great we talk about the smoke pit now and the smoke pit is involved? And isn't it great? Is it just how we... Isn't it awesome? Your soldiers are looking at this shit. Yeah, exactly that, Pip. That was correct. A guy did from there to get... got it. Insert blanket. So last year, as a matter of fact, because I'm still connected and tied to the Bragg Liberty, whatever. I got a couple of Fort Bragg t-shirts I snagged recently from, because it's gonna say Fort Bragg, North Carolina is gonna be changed to Fort Liberty instead of Fort Gavin or Fort Ridgeway like I wanted, or Fort Benavides or something like that. The last year's official publication of Special Warfare Center and School magazine published an issue on their official magazine that ethical issues within the Special Forces community. Clearly that message was not heard, right? First Battalion is where much of the drug and human trafficking charges originate from. And the epicenter appears to be the drug dealers team, ODA 3135. Other battalions in the group, of course, are expected to be swept up in the investigation in the coming days and weeks. This is just starting. The PAO, of course, did confirm that 15 soldiers assigned to USASOC were questioned and released to their command. 2 of their soldiers have been cleared of any wrongdoing, which that's cool. I mean, if they're cleared and they didn't get busted, cool, whatever. But the others, drag the fuck out of them. These are the same ones that fucking post on TV about pedos and fucking, Meet the Wood Chipper and all this other shit. The same ones that are doing what? The overwhelming majority of Army Special Operations soldiers live in the soft values every day. Use of illegal drugs or any illegal activity goes directly against those values and does not reflect behavior. We demand from every soldier in our formation, USASOC maintains a strict policy against the use of any illegal drugs, and illegal drug use is not acceptable, nor is it tolerated. We are taking measures at every level to ensure that the health and welfare of our soldiers to reduce these harmful behaviors in our formation. So, the local media has been dead silent. I was about ready to say, we've not seen any about this stuff. It's the Army Times. And like I said, really, it's just a couple other pages here and there. Or social media or media outlets have talked about it, mill-related. And you go like, what the fuck? If everything that turns out to be true and it's legit and there's evidence against it, fucking fry them, dude. Fry them. You can't. You can't excuse that. Because we were bored, basically, is what the excuse was. This is what happens when you have Red Cycle? Are you fucking for real? Are you blaming Post Police for this shit? Fuck. There's some of my bros in the chats right now. I can see them that are watching and viewing right now. There's a couple of them that I've gone, we've ridden bikes. That's what we do when it's fucking downtime or whatever. Post-Vietnam Special Forces all over again. Man, I don't know. It kind of looks like that, isn't it? The Army Times did, of course, post their story as well. They had it too, so... Trying to look to see if there's any update notes. Yeah, Army Times doesn't really. The Army Times one is not really specific because it's got a cooperative. Oh my God, Heath, I love it. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. I'm laughing because Heath busted out a song there, a song lyric. I had to do SF shit. I had SF shit to do, but I got high. I was gonna clean my room until I got high. Da, da, da. I was gonna do JMPI, but I got high. Oh yeah. Oh, then I got high. I got high. Oh, I love it. That was a good one. I love it. So yeah, I'm not waiting to see the shit. Waiting to see it comes out. It's more's going to come out, by the way. Like I said, it's a big drag down. I'm pretty sure every single unit in within RSOF has been told, you better keep that UPL up. We got a piss test coming. No shit. So, yeah, could you imagine other shit that's been going on? So these are the individuals that are in charge of people's careers already, along with not fucking, along with, adhering to the core values of RSOF and, of course, the Army values. They were also in charge of others' careers. Do you imagine getting an eval from someone who's hopped up on fucking coke, who tries to tell you need to work on yourself? I was going to do gangsta shit, but I got high. Yeah, I'm saying, man, the feds are involved. We're going to see what the connection's going to be. It's going to be fucking crazy. So, there it is. There it is. More follow. I'm thinking about getting a guest to talk about it, but this undisclosed guest or something like that. That's what I'm working on. The person's kind of like leery, which understandably, you don't want to talk about it. That's fine, but they do want to talk about it, but they don't want to talk about it. I totally get it. Totally get it. Place must have been a real rat hole. I don't know, man. They're a SF group, dude. It's supposed to be better in Happy Com. It's what we call SOCOM. Happy Com. It's not CENTCOM. It's not UCOM. I don't know. UCOM sounds pretty cool too. But it's supposed to be different. You're supposed to be treated like grown-ups. So be in a different environment. Everybody knows you're not supposed to do shit. You get called out on it, and you do get called on the carpet or the mat. If you have any issues, you get called out on it. So it's like a kind of like, I don't want to say I'm speechless about it, but I'm not surprised about it. And why is there, yeah, exactly that. Why is this why there's an NSN number for Coke? For those of you with the DD214, go ahead and write it down. 6505 619 87 116. Exactly that, Gary. They're supposed to be the best of us. They are supposed to be the best of us. That, well said. They don't have. I think the GWAT kind of fucked everybody up. On that shit. Kind of look like grungy bums and shit. I don't want to say when I was younger, all I saw was high-end tights, polished boots, pressed uniforms from the Special Forces team. That's all I saw. You're like, wow, damn, they got the best haircuts, best boots, best uniforms. And they go out and do their shit. You see them disappear, and they come back looking normal. Like you didn't know what they did. You knew they were Special Forces, but you didn't know what they did. I don't know. Like I said, I'm disappointed. Disappointed. If it's somebody that I and God forbid it's somebody that I know, yeah, that would suck. Man, every org has to have a dumbass or a few. Every org has to have a dumbass or a few dozen. Is that what you're saying there, Corey? Do few dozen, whatever. They gotta have it. I'm telling you, man, it sucks. It sucks because then now we have the trolls that come out and say maybe special forces needs to. It's hard to recover from something like that. I'm not saying don't go armysoft.com. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying it's sad. Disappointed in your brothers when you see some shit like that. And sisters, because now SF. So. Yeah, many of they got a new scar. Now they look like Big Lebowski and smell like old shag carpetings. Exactly. All right, so let's see. What was the next thing I was going to talk about? Because like I say, we talked about. Let me see. We talked about the Rona stuff. What was the other thing? What was the meme? Oh, the meme. Yeah, here. Hang on. I'll show you the meme. I'll fucking post it. I don't give a shit. There we go. 7th group seed, 3rd of the news. Do they scare at goats too? No, that's PSYOP. We do that. We stare at the goats. We do PSYOPs. We do PSYOPs. PSYOP. Yeah, we're the ones that stare at the goats. It's an awesome book and movie. No shit, written by a PSYOPer. It's awesome. Did you know that Forrest Gump was written by a PSYOP officer? Just saying. So anyways, there it is. Let's see. What was the other thing that I was going to talk about? What was the thing? Yeah, I don't know. Spanky's out. Yeah, Spanky's doing Spanky is doing the things that requires her from not being able to do Sergeant's time, and soon she'll be back. And she'll be able to shoot the shit with us. And she'll be able to hang out. So until then, maybe I'll do what CQ does. Maybe I get some active duty soldiers. If you guys want to shoot the shit and be a guest host with me or something like that. Talk about stuff in the Army. Talk about Soren's stuff. Did you know that Leo Chase? Yes, he does. I think they have to hit a specific time or a specific age. I think it's like under 25. Leo DiCaprio, we're talking about. I know this is pop culture shit, but Leo DiCaprio changes girlfriends out when they hit a certain age. 17. No, I don't think it's 17. I think there were some models, right, that he was captured, hanging out with. I think they were like 18, 19 or something like that. Hey, man, just yeah, whatever. All right, what was the last thing we're going to talk about? I think, oh yeah, shit, we're going to take a break. Take a break. By the way, you got 2 at a time. Exactly. I saw that picture. I was like, ooh, damn, dude. That's what she said. Okay. Yeah, I think there's only like 3 topics I was going to talk about tonight. I'm going to just take a break right quick, and then we'll be right back. And then refill your glasses, smoke them if you got them. Hit the latrine if you have to. I'm disappointed in an overall complicated approval process not depicted in the manner. Yeah, you ain't lying, dude. Exactly. Yeah, the approval process, man. Let's not even get started on that. This is Sergeant's time, unfortunately. This is not PSYOP time. PSYOP's time. So we'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm good with Coke. I'm probably going to go ahead and be right back. So with that, we'll see you in a second. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Man. A statement released from her mom, Priscilla Presley. Very heavy heart that must share this devastating news about my beautiful daughter, Lisa Marie, has left us. She was the most passionate and strong woman I've ever known. God sucks, man. The announcement just came hours after Priscilla Presley had confirmed that Lisa Marie Presley was rushed to the hospital earlier. Los Angeles County paramedics were dispatched to Calabasas' home. Hey, I know what that's on. At 10:30 this morning. And yeah, exactly that. Her son recently passed as well. Following a report of a woman in full cardiac arrest, paramedics arrived 6 minutes later, and a statement from the LA County Sheriff's Department said paramedics performed CPR and determined that the patient had signs of life before taking her to the hospital. Oh, that sucks. God damn. 54 years old. Damn. That's just fucking damn. That sucks. Sure, Cause will talk about it tomorrow with Pooks. That sucks, man. God, that blows. It's like that legacy's kind of like gone away. 54 years old. So, again, Lisa Marie Presley dies at 54. Man. Bummer. Fuck, I don't even know what the fuck, what the fuck to say after that. Just think it's fucking sad. Everyone's saying them heart attacks be crazy lately. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you want to go in that fucking drama back and forth of saying about heart attacks and this and that and trying to connect it. Just recently, you noticed a spate of that shit? There's somebody that I know that discussed about this phenomenon that just like when you go and buy a car, you're looking for a car, all of a sudden you see that car. Is it maybe now because we're paying attention? Like we're paying attention that now that we're seeing that this is happening, that, you know, I'm not saying it's anything else connected to anything, but it sure is fucking awkward. And it sure is a coincidence that now we're seeing heart-related issues like crazy. What's that fucking phenomenon called? What's it called? should have her call me up and say, hey, what was that thing you said? What is it? What was it called? Now my fucking now my now my fucking you know when you got something in your mind, you gotta spit out. Now you gotta say it. What's it called? What's the what's it called? Yeah, it's like right at the fucking tip of the tongue. I saw that shit. The Barbra Streisand effect. The Barbra I got a funny story about Barbra Streisand. Pretty funny fucking story. Hilarious as shit. I can't find it. Oh, the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon, where you buy a car and then you see the exact same make and model everywhere, or when you're looking for something. That's what it's called. The Bader-Meinhof. That's what it was. I was like, what was it called? The Sands-Narcan syndrome. Damn, chocolate. The Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. That's what it is. Fucking basic fucking psychology shit that I'm like totally blowing. Is it happening like she said? We were talking about that set. Is it happening like, or is it something else? Is it something else that we should be talking about? Is that what it is? Is because we're noticing a lot more individuals collapsing? Jeff Beck as well. Nobody likes to talk about it because immediately they think you're a fucking tinfoil fucking conspiracy theorist, right? Again, Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. Bader with 2 A's. B-A-A-D-E-R. So that sucks. So like I said, man, it's kind of the quinky dink, right? Coincidental. You've seen a lot of these cases lately. Okay, can I just go real quick? Yeah, the media is covering these. You notice the media is covering it a lot now. That's a good point, Pookie. It used to not be whatever, just kind of like be, oh yeah, just whatever, just like a small footnote. I was joking with somebody and I said, no, it's the activation. It was the activation chip that's activating, but people don't think that it's not an activation chip. It's a deactivation chip. That's what I said, joking around. And woo, man. You want to talk about spicing up an argument? It wasn't an activation chip. It's a deactivation chip. Not like Order 66 or something like that. MK Ultra, man, everyone's getting into that stuff now, man. That's a fucking conspiracy theory stuff. At any rate, so again, 54 years old, Lisa Marie Presley, 9 minutes ago, announced just best. So, who doge? Let's see, what was that story that I was going to talk about right quick? So, what was I going to talk about? Oh, okay. Because you gotta know how the Army released an Army directive about parental leave, yada, yada, yada. And the DOD did the same thing, too. The DOD is talking about a multi-week leave, parental leave, right? So when you have when you procreate and you have one, it doesn't matter, birthing or not birthing, or mom or dad, or whatever you want to call it, surrogate or whatever, adoption, name it. You're supposed to get time off. 12 weeks. On paper, of course, it says 12 weeks of leave. The only service, I should say, the only of the services that have posted a directive or guidance, I guess you would say, have been the Air Force and the Space Force, a service-specific process for requesting and approving leave. Now, this has been in the works for a fucking year. A year. Kind of like the ACFT, right? Kind of like the fucking COVID guidance, right? A year. And again, the Army, once again, did not. Nothing's out. Nothing's out about it. We have to wait. Soldiers have to wait. Typical Army dragging feet. And the Army, Navy, Marine Corps are still kind of figuring out how they're going to adopt the changes. It's not like the Air Force and Space Force that said, cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, sign Secretary of the Air Force. There you go. Bada boom, bada bing, let's go. Pop them babies out. Soldiers cannot exercise, quote, and I'm taking this from an Army Times article, cannot exercise authorizations within the DoD directive in Army headquarters until Army headquarters publishes an Army policy with appropriately detailed request processes, according to the service-wide message released earlier this week. Now, I'm going to tell you what right now. See, this is why your soldiers don't fucking trust you. This is why your soldiers don't have faith in the fucking service right now. It's because if you were so willing to fucking go quick and hard and heavy on a DoD policy on fucking the vax, but you're not willing to fucking just jump the gun on this one, there's something fucking wrong. If you're being that risk averse and we have to wait until DoD, you had a whole freaking year. Can't the executive just make it cross policy? Cross policy, yeah, it's kind of like a respecting. In other words, there has to be specific requirements written within the service. However, I would have thought that the messaging for this, which is again the vax, the ACFT, which has been handled so fucking well by all the services. I'm not going to beat up the Army, but the Army had a little bit more spice to it. Have you all seen the post that we had on during the Rona, during the pandemic and during the lockdowns and during the social distancing? You saw what happened and didn't happen. They're still figuring out how to do the ACFT exactly. Now it's going to be gender or specific. Before it was gender neutral. Still waiting on that. So instead of just jumping the gun, copy, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's what the Space Force and Air Force did. They probably looked at the guidance, probably saw the policy, had somebody do a quick review, quick skim, cut and paste, did it like that. Is it good? Is it good? All right, it's out. Oh shit, it's out. Bam, quick, put the signature block. Next day, let's put it out to the force. And there you go. Let's launch SpaceX rockets. That's what happened. There is literally commands out there. Thank you, Heather. You must be reading some of my notes. There are some commands out there that don't want soldiers to take the full weeks. Out of the full 12 weeks. What's going on? It's not like we got Infinity War going on. And don't talk about the Russia-Putin crap. Don't talk about, I don't want to fucking hear about the Putin, Ukraine, rotating people out to fucking Europe, causing a fucking effect, reap what you sow. This is what you get for removing 2 heavy divisions out of Europe and decreasing the size of the Southern European Task Force and combining two headquarters commands. We just now reactivated fucking 5th Corps just recently to put it back. The mental gymnastics of commands and comms people, specifically within the public affairs community, it pisses me off when they talk about, well, you really can't take this, you really can't take that, and you really can't take this, and here's what we're doing this, and here's what we're doing that. You had a whole year. A whole year. Not only did you have a whole year, but you also had, let's see, you also had an Army directive that issued some guidance out too. You also had some, some back and forth. You could have had it done. You could have had an interim. You could have had something. In my experiences, the suspense states in the Army are hard to comprehend exactly that. 12 weeks except for A, B, C, D, and that's right. Because now they're talking about operational deployments and combat deployments. I'm going to tell you what right now. Until the day I die and I stop breathing, I will make sure we won't shitpost. We will post every leader or every organization that does not allow their soldier to go home to be there for the birth of their children. Whether it's their first child or whether it's their 8th child. You know Radar has like 8 kids? Oof, man. One thing I didn't learn about that until I saw the smoke pit. No NCOESs, no promotion boards, no exceptions. Exactly. It's we're there. The Force is watching the Army right now. Like, where's the messaging on all this shit? That's right, Cons. You saw that? Like, you just see me drink that earlier? Me and Baby Ice decided to hit a Whataburger. Not plugging, not saying. Baby Ice, that's his new kick now. Whataburger. What's that? W. That's it. That's what it is. It's W. Oh. Let's go check out W Burger. I'm like, W, like, you better eat my burger, baby ass. It's in the G1. Of course it's in the G1. I'll tell you what, there's staff members within the G1 that are frustrated at the lack of push for this. Our own Morgan, the J1. She's fucking fuming about this shit. Yeah, I know, we know. We got the, we got it. We know. We have ways to find out. Chocolate. Remember how you said our circle's a little bit closer, that you and I realize on a personal level? Well, mine is to yours. Mr. Chocolate. Love you, man. Anyways, what's the deal? What's the holdup? I do not get it. I do not get how something that is so fucking we have the most, how do I say this? Remember I said before, last Sergeant's time? There ever like been days where you just like fucking sham the fuck out and it was so easy to fucking do? To where if you really wanted to prioritize doing one thing, you could have. And it would have done that. Like, it's so easy to fucking do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is it. What's going on with again, it's not woke. We're just incompetent. Some of this shit is common sense. Why does this not have senior leader attention, or at least the Sergeant Major of the Army or the Chief of Staff? Somebody needs to get off their ass and tell everybody to push this shit off. We're going to wait. The Air Force. We got beat by the Air Force. The Air Force and Space Force had their messaging out the next day. No, the Army's like, Matt Damon, dragging their ass. Is there like is there a GS that owns this or something like that? And why has there been no fucking messaging about this stuff? You remember back in the day that town hall meetings and also the shit that the Chief of Staff of the Army, Sergeant Major of the Army had? They were like fucking the rage, man. Couldn't have had to wait. We even fucking posted it and shared it. Even talked to the Army. Hey, you want to cross post on our shit to post it on there? We were more than happy to share it. We have more followership than the Army Times, so we're more than happy to post it for you. Yeah, we do. Yep. 250,000 on WTF Nation Radio, 1.5 million on U.S. Army WTF Moments, just on Facebook. We're not talking about the 14,000 followers on YouTube on WTF Moments, or the 9,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube on fucking WTF Nation Radio, or the 67,000 followers we have on U.S. Army WTF Moments on Twitter and Instagram. We have like a couple 100,000 too. So we have the fucking reach to get it to you. All you have to do is send it to us. We'd be more than happy to post or leak it to us or something. Because right now everyone's like walking around going, what's going on? It sucks. It's frustrating. We cannot. It sucks when we hear about somebody someone having a miscarriage in the inbox, and it sucks when it comes to somebody having, hey, I just had a kid. This policy just came out. What's the Army saying? Like literally, there were some New Year's babies that came out, Fort Leonard Wood, I think it was, and overseas. Yeah, no churning up babies until the LREC hits the streets. So the utter lack of guidance that we have from the Department of Defense to the Department of the Army, I can't believe this is happening. We can't even get a hold of mental health? Okay, cool. Yeah, I got that. I understand. It's almost like the mental health thing, and you know, that's a good point, Heather. The mental health thing and having babies thing is constant in the Army. You're always going to have that. There's always going to be a need for that. They're going to, like you said, you can have these 12 weeks. No, not unless it's A, B, C, D, and E met. Operational deployments and combat deployments. So guess what? Guess what that little stick is going to be in there? That's right, Chocolate. Exactly that, brother. The DOD and HQDA work in the same fucking building. Same building. Is it like I said, it's not woke, okay? Anybody who comes off and says the Army's too woke can just shut up with that. Stop. It's not that it's woke. You're witnessing incompetence, is what you're witnessing. Or the lack of effort. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. There's no messaging happening to begin with, so we don't know. At least IPS A. Yes, she did. She did, Holly. I just announced it earlier. She passed, 54 years old. About 20 minutes ago. No, 15 minutes ago. IPS A is always in front. At least they're trying. Even though IPS A is like, woo, they're fucking. They're trying. IPS A is going through some growing pains right now, but you know what? At least they're out front of it. At least they're trying. That's one thing I don't rag on. I like IPS A came on here as guests before, all the team that came on to shoot the shit. So glad they came out and shoot the shit with us, and they were able to explain. They even said there was going to be some hiccups, and we'll be posting updates. When IPS A is beating Army policy on a lot of stuff, there's an issue. It's again, we get inundated. Again, U.S. Army WTF Moments receives about 1,500 messages a week, about between 400 to 500 videos a week. And right before the holidays, it was ramping the hell up. What's the status of this parental leave stuff? What's going on with this parental leave stuff? Are we going to do, anything? What's the message? What are the suspenses? Who's implementing what? Then we kind of were like, for the first time ever, yeah, we were like, we don't know. There's nothing out. And it's frustrating for members that are part of the WTF Nation staff that are around that area, that work around that, are like, just release it. Good point, Pookie. If one soldier, service member, collapses the unit operational capabilities, there's a bigger issue at hand. I'll be honest with you, I honestly don't think we have the bodies and the staff to go to all these NTC, JRTC, JMRC rotations like people like to say. Have babies. Don't stop. Hey, look, again, Infinity War is over. You should be family planning. You should be going to school. You should be signing up for courses. Your unit should be sending you to all the courses, Ranger School, Sapper School, whatever. I'm just being general. Name your course: Sniper School, Pathfinder School, freaking Jump Master School, Airborne School, Air Assault School. It's all the time to take up the school. There should be no excuse. No excuse. We need to have these soldiers here, and they can't go into the school. Why? It was directed to my attention in my inbox. Baby, yeah, exactly. Baby better be fire than effect. Fire for effect. Have them childrens. Have them childrens. Send it to the inbox. We'd be more than happy. How many? That's a good idea. I wonder how many babies we've had in the DOD, or I should say not in the DOD, because the Air Force and the Space Force were pretty on it. But how many babies did we have in the U.S. Army since this policy was released from the DOD before the Army has released guidance lab? I bet you there's a lot. I bet you there's a few little rugrats running around already. How many of them have been born before without any guidance so far? I know somebody who's like, I'm giving the time off. The Army's like, no, you can't do that. Well, didn't you just wait a minute. Again, going back to this. Did you just use the mentality for DOD? Hell, PAO does it all the time. PA does it all the time. You need to change your shit before the DOD policy, blah, 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 blah. The same thing with the vax, right? Oh, we need to do DOD because of DOD. But there's no Army policy. It doesn't matter, DOD. DOD overtakes it. Make like the DOD in Afghanistan and pull out. Too soon? Ooh, JJ's in the chats. What's up? JJ is one of the admins. Good dude. One of the admins in the chats. Didn't the Secretary of Transportation take like 6 months parental leave? I just gonna rules for thee, but not for me. Watching ABC on mute. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's kind of it's yeah, JJ, if you go to, I'm sorry, there's other chats going on. I can see all these other chats and other pages that are posted. If you go on US Army WTF Moments, if you go JJ, you see JJ in the chats. That's JJ. He's one of the admins in our on our team, WTF US Army WTF Moments. That's who he is, Deanna. So what was I saying? Oh, another issue that's come up because of the vax and the parental leave stuff and all that. And I'm glad, Chocolate, that you brought that up. There's still requirements for some NCOESs in other schools, and some of it's not for PME, that require vax cards. Well, if there's no more policy for that, then why are we requiring vax cards, and why are we requiring that shit for these schools when the vax is no longer required, right? Yeah, it's fucking frustrating, man. It is frustrating, and it's frustrating for us getting all these questions from the audience. The audience is the one that's asking. I'm partially pushing this because I'm kind of agitated about it. But most of these questions that I'm reading off of my notes and I'm seeing, and I have my own internal chats on the side that you guys can't see. Those are some of the questions that the nation, that your soldiers are asking. Okay, great. We're not supposed to have the vax anymore. Why do I have to have a vax requirement card to go to the school? Why do you think everyone's saying go to the Space Force or join the Air Force? I'm waiting for this. Well, I mean, silence. Patrick says, so the card is a requirement, but the shot isn't. So you could just send him a blank card. What I would do is send out that policy letter. Send out that policy letter. Send it to the school. Tell the school. If you're assigned to go to a school and they're requiring you to have that vax card, send them the policy. They should be up on it. A lot of them were probably pissed off at the fact that it's been revoked and want to take it out on you and still have the vax card anyways. If you're not required to have it, then you're not required to bring it. That's just the E4 in me. Sorry, that's the smoke pit in me. It's fucking frustrating, man. We've seen nothing yet. Of course, if you pay attention to U.S. Army WTF Moments and all of their posts, then you'll see the guidance post that out. The guys are breaking balls with me because I meant to share something else, and I shared I shared the podcast, and they're like messing with me. Hang on. Guys are fucking breaking my balls about some shit, so I just gotta respond to that. But at any rate, Didn't get the second round. Hey, look, whatever. It's timing what it was and time what you got. I respected it when you got it, when it was a voluntary thing. Totally got it. I don't care. You do with your body what you want to do with your body, right? But now that it's time, I'm like, it's no longer done. Then there you go. First time viewer, love the show. I saw that. Asses are messing with me. It's frustrating, man. It's fucking frustrating. Again, Army guidance screwed up since 1775. Let me take that back. Army guidance screwed up by officers since 1775. Now we know why von Steuben was around. Could you imagine if he was still around and he was like freaking the IG? He's the creator, the father of the NCO Corps, and he saw all this shit happening. Uns why must you have the vax? It's no longer authorized. Uns, you cannot have this. He was Prussian, he was German. Or you'd call it German. So, anyways. I think that's it. I think it's enough for rants. Reason why I got to put more time in now to what we talk about, because we got more shows. We have a show every single day except for Saturday. 6 days a week. That's what I'm talking about. SARS time. Again, you're listening to me. No shit. I was not lying. I was not joking. If you're active duty and you want to join me on Sergeant's Time as a co-host, ask your chain of command. Hey, can I come on there and join, WTF moments? Or if you want to be, how do I say this? You want to be behind a curtain or something like that? You want to be whatever? Hit me up. Hit the page up. WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. And hey, I'm active duty. I don't want my face shown, but I don't mind joining being a co-host for Sergeant's Time until Spanky gets back. But to understand, it's not a permanent thing. Prefer to be a senior sergeant, staff sergeant, or sergeant first class. Doesn't matter. A senior NCO, doesn't matter. Good point. I take that back. Chocolate just put out some guidance. He just said that you can't join WTF moments on the podcast until the parental leave policy comes up. Sorry, so I guess we're just gonna have to keep slamming them. So today's Sergeant's Time. And I don't know if you heard, if you were at the, if you saw the smoke pit last night. Oh, great show. The hosts Radar and TZ, great. It was fun. They had a great show. So basically, is the whole premise behind the smoke pit is how Spanky and I would talk about big Army shit, big guidance stuff, and just like I just said, policy that's coming out, how it's going to affect the soldier, yada yada yada. Well, their format of their show is exactly that. You have to apply through iPerms. who the fuck's who's trolling? Who's trolling me in the fucking chats? I won't disclose who's trolling me in the chats. I'll just want to find out who's trolling me in the chats. Let me see. I need to find out. Just messing around. Anyways, so the smoke pit basically is the effect of those policies. So the policies of that I just talked about today, I'm sure the smoke pit's going to talk about it tomorrow or next week. Tomorrow is going to be Friday Night Freedom with Cons and Pookie. So much scandal going on. So much. How do I say this? Man, tomorrow's show is going to be fun. I sent Cos some memes. Currently, there's been several locations that the president, when he was vice president, stored classified documents. Ooh, it's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy. So, Friday Night Freedom with Cons and Pookie. Saturday, we don't have a show. That's the only night we don't have a show. Sunday is the sports bar with King and the Coach. That's going to be, it's going to be pretty cool. Can't wait for that. You know, sports stuff. A lot of sports discussions going on. I know Derek Carr is no longer part of the Raiders, so he's probably going to talk about that. Monday Dishes Myself and Shipwreck. Tuesday's Pop Culture Warrior. with CQ, Michael Gattaskill, who also has rotating guests, hosts out to join in and shoot the shit. Cause is on tomorrow, Musa. Wednesday's a smoke pit, and then Sergeant's Time with me. We do have a guest tomorrow. So tomorrow night is Friday Night Freedom, Musa. John Barton from the Warfighter Group is the guest tomorrow. So it's going to be fun. Good stuff. I cannot wait for this shit. I'm just so pumped, dude. I am so pumped because we have a show every night except Saturday. And we're busting our ass getting set up another format for Saturday. So soon we'll have a show every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm excited. We're already broadcasting on freaking different platforms. Like right now we're on Twitter, 2 Facebook pages, WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF Moments. We're on freaking YouTube and we're on Twitch. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in the Discord. We have a Discord. Go to WTFNationRadio.com. The website, you'll see a Discord applet in the bottom right corner. I'm gonna hang out there. You might see me on some cams or some shit. You might see me in a sombrero or something. I may be wearing Ranger panties or something like that. I don't know. But I'm gonna be hanging out in there listening to the show. So that'll be fun. So yeah, that's it, man. I'm excited. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. You can go out tomorrow night, but start your Friday Night Freedom. That's right. That's right. Hang on. Let me look at the calendar one more time. Which channel? I saw a few of them yesterday. It's in. I'll tell you what. We'll post the Discord link. Oh yeah, that's right. That would be a good idea if we post the Discord link. Next week is Carlos and Riley Alazakari. You're a bit biased and partial towards the Army. Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Sons of Drill Sergeant. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Carlos and Riley Alazraki. You might know one of them from Reno 911, and the other one voices a character on Star Trek. That's what I'm talking about. And then Chad Lindbergh is going to be next week after that on the 24th. So much stuff going on. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And then, of course, for February, we have Pop Culture Warrior and King. We have 2 on-location events on the week of the 5th of February. WTF Nation Radio is going to the Super Bowl. Whoop, whoop. That's what I'm talking about. CQ's going to be on location. And then, of course, that following week, that following weekend on the 10th, we're going to the Fairpoint Convention. So meet and greets, handshake, kissing babies and shaking hands, whatever. So it's gonna be fun. February's gonna be fun. Every month's gonna get better and better. I can't wait. I'm excited. So happy with the team. Happy for Radar and TZ. Happy for King and the coach, the new hosts coming on board. Well, Radar's not really new, but can't wait. Cannot wait. Yeah, that's right. Good point, Patrick. We have to say the big game because the Super Bowl is a trademark fucking. So we'll have to, yeah, you're right. You are correct. That's one thing that we have to be careful on the graphics. We have to kind of like, we got to be careful with that. We can't put Super Bowl. We have to put, because then we have to pay the NFL and the NFL whatever. So no, not Jack. Yeah, hashtag not Jack. No, you're right. You're right. There's been several, I think like some potato chip, like Lay's or something, I got busted for one time for saying Super Bowl in their title, and the NFL got butthurt because you can't do it. So anyways, so share, like, and follow. Again, we will post. That's a good idea. I think I'll get the social media team to post the Discord page. That way we got our Discord and we go in there and shoot the shit. Get a Discord account. And let me see, let me double check to make sure. Where is it at? So currently there's 9 members on board, and yeah, we got some people in there. So we'll drop the link in there too. But so for tomorrow night, so that way I'll give it to Cause, and that way he could drop it in the chats, and there you go. I'll be in there. There's already people have already started to fill it up in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 10 people in there already. Or already have been connected to that page, and we'll post it in there as well. So if you go to WTFNationRadio.com, you'll see a bar on the top that says WTF Nation Radio live stream. That's been added because instead of listening to all the socials, you could just go up on there, click on that, and you'll be able to hear it. Probably with a little bit of a lag, but you'll be able to hear it as well if you don't want to have any of the socials. So other than that, thanks guys for hanging out. Shit, appreciate the banter, appreciate the interaction in the chats. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. We want to see the discussion. For those of you who have just come online here, I saw a couple comments in there saying this is their first time. We're interactive, so there you go. With that, thank you all hanging out, and shots. Have a good weekend, and then make sure again catch Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Pookie. So with that, see ya. Shots. Mwah.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
You